It's all right, baby. I forgot. Where'd you go? Here she is. Da, 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 da. Where the hell is it? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Hey, Jennifer. I left. There was nobody in here, and now here everybody is. Oh, still sucking air on planet Earth. Whether that's good or not remains to be seen, doesn't it, Linda? Oh my goodness. It's been pretty crazy. It's been wild. Yeah. Yeah, where's our blackout? 2 minutes in and still no blackout. Almost 3 minutes now. I just woke up a little bit ago. I was like in a real deep. My voice is like one more octave and you won't be able to hear me. 3 minutes in and still no blackout. Yeah. Back. There you go. That wasn't long for you guys at all. That's good. That's good. Shouldn't be happening at all, but yeah, I can see the screen. What's the matter, baby? What is it? Ah. Just give me a moment, Cora. I'm trying to slide into my space, if you know what I mean. You just give me a moment and I'll let you know. Cora's up first here. Thanks, guys. I just was really tired today. I don't really know why, but I was. I don't know. I've not been sleeping real well at night. My sleep is very. And when I wake up, I don't feel like I've really slept. So I don't think I'm falling into REM sleep. Maybe I'm not falling deep enough. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I hate my voice. Irritates me when it gets like this. Maybe the tea will help bring it back. Goodness sakes. No, I thought I'd come on. Try to keep touch with some normalcy in the run of your day, you know. I always feel better when I'm here in this place in this moment, doing the readings and chatting and this sort of a thing. It removes me from everything else that's out there around me, which isn't good for anybody right now. Wow. Me too, Cora. Having some King Cole. Made a cup fresh. Got my little coffee heater here as well to keep my tea warm. I can't believe it because an hour from now that tea could be still half a cup, and it still tastes like it was just made. That's what grabs me about it sometimes. Yeah. Yes, it does feel good, Linda. You're right. You're right. I don't know. I don't even know if I told you guys about this. But I get these foreboding feelings, and I can almost see a picture when I get them. When I ended up in the hospital that week before Christmas, 2 Christmases ago, year before last, I felt that. Must have been a good 4 or 5 weeks, and I knew something was coming. And the closer it got, the more of a clear picture I was getting. And I knew that it only involved me, that it was going to affect me, whatever it was that was coming at me. I also knew that it was something that I had to go through. It was meant to be. Um, all these other things. And the next thing I know, I see 27 fours in one day. 27 of them, I started counting them where I was seeing them. I'm like, what's up with the number 4 today? Number 4 in my case in that moment meant brakes screeching to a stop, everything. And that's what happened. Once I was in the hospital and they're still trying to figure out what was wrong with me, and I laid there and I went, this was it, because it's gone. That feeling left me. It just left. Just left. And I said, I already know what I'm going to face, and I kind of got an idea what I'm going to go through, blah, 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 blah. And that feeling went away. And then I felt it another time, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was about. But I've been getting those foreboding feelings for a while now, and I shared them with Gina, an online friend of mine. And I told her I had a horrible, horrible foreboding feeling. I'm going to get emotional, I think. So if I do, and I am, look at me. I don't ask for this. The stuff just comes. It just comes. I don't ask for it. But I've been having this foreboding feeling. Worse than ever before. So I said to Gina, told her that, and she said, oh my God. And anytime there's something, really big going on in the world, she'll say, oh my God, is it this? And then I messaged her the other day, yesterday, day before, and I didn't say hello, anything. I just said, Gina, I do believe this is it. I also see, and I'm being shown myself walking like alongside of the road, my hands in my front pockets, my head down, and I'm looking like this. And the whole scene is gray, dull, gray. There's no sense of life. It's like lifeless. And there's the most profound, overwhelming feeling of sadness I've never felt before. And as I said to her, I said, I keep seeing and hearing in capital letters, humanity, humanity, humanity. I keep seeing it. I don't have that sense of lifting, though there's the only thing. Maybe this isn't it. I don't know. But it sure as hell fits a lot. You've got curfews. Oh my God, Nero. My goodness. Martial law has started. Taking my breath away. But I said, whatever's coming, whatever's going to happen, I said, it's got to do with humanity. And it's just sad. Sad. Then I got a little twinge of hope. Hi there. How you doing, girlfriend? The Enlightener. But I got a twinge of hope. You guys call me crazy. Most of you think I'm a witch. I'm not a witch. I'm just in touch with nature. And more so than I ever have been after this past winter. Back in October, some of you already know the story. Back in October, I'll just say it quickly. And the Farmer's Almanac came out with their predictions for winter. And it was just a one long, steady winter blast. A blizzard that was going to start in like November and not end until friggin' like April for everybody. We were all getting this incredibly horrible winter. I seen that and I went, hell no, I don't think so. I did. I do the little things that I do when I'm trying to manifest. And I kept pushing off the storms. I said, we're going to have an open winter. It's going to be mild and open. At the end of winter, I said, yeah, you're all welcome. I worked on it all winter, and I even surprised. I was like, okay, it could very well be coincidence, all of it. And then I called for a very early spring, and we've got it, without a doubt. I seen geese yesterday, all kinds of good stuff. Songbirds are landing in the yard. I never know what I'm going to see now out on the deck when I look out, because I'm on a migratory bird path. They fly right through my yard, over my yard. And it's happening. I said, the only season that's really left here, I said, is summer. I said, believe it or not, and boy, I'm really nailing myself to the cross with this one. I said, we're going to have an incredibly beautiful summer weather-wise. We're going to be talking about it and saying, I can't believe the weather has been so beautiful. And I said, it will be as close to perfect as the summer as a person can get. So that's still yet to unfold. I've been right about all the other stuff, though. Then a light bulb went out, like I started to tell you. I had just a little flicker of hope and thought, what if? Nobody can prove I'm wrong. I can't prove I'm right. Well, yeah, I can go like that, but was it me? I don't know. It sure felt like me. That had an influence. And I kept visually seeing myself at this snow line in the sky that went on. It came out of nowhere. It continued on, and I couldn't see the end of it. And what I did was I pushed the jet streams, everything up over that yellow, that white line that was cutting through. And on this side of the line was domed. It was a dome. And that's what I pictured. A lot more details I can give you, but I'm not going to waste that time. And I asked for protection and a lot of other things on that side. And that line was for me to visually push it up and away. Push it up and away. And honestly, truthfully, and then my visualization to manifest, I get pretty graphic in my own head. And I seen spring, and I felt the thoughts and feelings of everybody saying, wow, we've got an early spring. Isn't this fantastic? Easy winter, early spring, and summer's coming. There you go. There you go. You know, I'm agreeing with you, Enlightener. I'm agreeing with you. But I don't know, man. That was weird. And I even called. I said, now that we're coming into spring, doesn't mean we're not going to get any more weather. I said, matter of fact, what I'm calling next is a really heavy-duty ice storm. We'll get a good wallop of that. Then we'll be done with the big storms, you know. And actually, technically, we could still get we could get a few blizzards. Can't see it, though. You watch nature. Nature provides incredible knowledge and information once you get to know. For those that aren't up close and personal, you can tell what's coming by watching the birds, squirrels, all of them. And now I'm just waiting for summer. That's the only one. But I thought, you know what? What if? That the universe heard me and actually responded and helped me with these things the last 6 months, you might as well say, right? I'm awful dry. Just a moment. What if? I was talking to somebody last night, and I said, Oh my God. What if the same thing would apply if I did it for the virus, the air? Again, the jet streams that carry everything into us and over us and around us. The weather conditions, the clouds, the wind, all of that comes into play. But what if? You know what? I'm determined I'm going to try. I'm going to try to push that coronavirus as far away as possible. Visualize it being gone sooner rather than later. You guys are my witnesses. We'll see. They're predicting 6 months before things even begin to think about going back to normal. We're already in it that deep. Everybody, me, you, everybody. Who agrees here that this doesn't feel like it's a movie that you're watching? It's like something out of a movie. It's like we become part of it. It's unbelievable. It's surreal, is what I'm saying. It is surreal. Without a doubt, it is surreal. I don't think God's got anything to do with any of it, Linda. All due respect to you. If you're like me, you're French, right? You're probably French Catholic. That's the way I was raised. But only for a short time in my life, and then we went to nothing in the house. Until at 9 years old, I started taking myself to church every Sunday. My family would be sound asleep. I'd be up and dressed and out the door. But no. And people are going, don't you worry, honey, God's got your back, to different people. Because anybody says that to me, I think I'm going to explode. Where's the goddamn logic? Excuse me. If there's an offense in that, where's the logic? For Christ's sake, excuse me again. See, I'm human, and that's mild for me. I'm trying to make a point. If it were that easy, who doesn't want that to be the God's truth, and have God's truth be the truth, and stand back and witness that? Who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. I want that. Here's the reality and the logic, and if your feet are planted on the goddamn ground, if God could wipe out the coronavirus, it would have never been born in the first place. It would have never, ever happened. That's my take on it. And I'm telling you, if anybody comes into my Facebook and says, God's got your back, or Jesus is watching you, Jesus won't let you go now, I'm going to remove them from my friends list and block them. I don't even want to talk about it. Just it makes me angry. And then you know what? When you go through a really close loss, and somebody should not have ever died at that time in their life, way before they should have, why would God come down? Because that's what happens. Then we start to blame God. Why did God let this happen? Why do you think God let this happen? You know what? We're as much a part of the natural process of life and living as every squirrel is, every bird is, the bears, everything. We're all one. Maybe people will start to get that. We're all one. You know what I say? There. How do you guys feel now? Now we know how the whales feel. Being pushed out of their environment. Being just stomped over from. And the behavior of humans, the greed that's coming out. What an ugly face. This virus has a terribly ugly face. We try to, I try to make light of it. Some of the memes coming up, I find they're funny. So... yeah, what was the reasoning in the plagues of the past? Why? Is this, if God could come down and cleanse out society and humanity, if he could do that, you think he wouldn't do that? He would do that. And he would also cure cancer, raise real people from the dead, and bring back our loved ones. I mean, if there was if God was responsible, he's not responsible. And the Christians, I'm sorry if you consider yourself Christian. Maybe not you particularly. But there are too many hold God responsible for the good and the bad, for everything. And they'll turn on God in a heartbeat. Why did you let this happen? How could you let this happen, Lord? It wasn't God's fault. It's all part of the natural process of life. Yeah, you can't. Hallelujah, Vaughn. That's just it. Sorry, I almost said it. But Enlightener, you and I have had this conversation a few times, I know. And I respect your view and your side, and I expect the same back, and I know I get that from you. So that's not an issue. Let me have one more smoke, Cora. God just told me to. So, I don't at all, Andrew. It's not God's fault. He didn't make it. It's like the expression goes, not my monkey, not my circus. Really, it's a natural, it's just no, you can't, no. Because God would come down, Jesus would come down, they'd be curing all kinds of deadly diseases. People be rising from the whole, no, I just don't. So, I know, Cora, I'm sorry. My head's still not awake. I'm still kind of in a dream state. My mouth runs off at times like that. It's just, maybe destiny. I'll go that far. But I won't blame our creator, universe, whatever. And I'm not a Christian. The Enlightener can tell you that. We've had many, many healthy debates and arguments about all of that. So, thank you, Cora. So, yeah. All your points are well made, and they're all good points. Absolutely agree with most of what you say. Thank you, Jennifer. Hugs and love right back at you. It's a natural progression, but I tend to think more in the side of destiny than the side of the Almighty. I've seen too many unreal things with and still to this day, I kid you not, still to this day, many years later, still get blown away, seeing the universe in action completely. I am not easily influenced. Anybody knows me will tell you that I'm the most normal, grounded person and logical person you'll probably ever meet. Until you piss me off, then logic goes out the window. That's just making a joke, It does. It truly, truly does, Linda. Yeah, it does. Imagine. Yeah. But we have become desensitized. We have become dehumanized. We become dehumaned. That's a word. In the moment, social media, like right now, feels really good. It's amazing. It's magic, and all of that. But really, it's made monsters out of some people. They won't leave their social media gadget alone, be it a laptop or a phone or whatever they're using. They hide behind those screens and shoot their mouths off is what they do. And this is the kind of person, I can tell you, if you knew them in real life, you'd be, wow. It doesn't bring out the best in everybody, that's for sure. People are not using their heads. You're right. You're right. People are easily led. They're waiting for somebody else to give that cue. You know why? Because when it all goes to hell in a handbasket, they can blame that person. That's why. You got to be careful how you word things to the universe, Andrew. You got to be very careful. I tell people all the time, you're going to try manifesting, sitting down, talking to the universe. Never use the words need or want, because the universe will take you literally. If you say, I need to have more money, oh, that's simple enough. Poof. Now you need to have even more money. So now your need is grown instead of shrunk. The same with want. I want to bring more money into my life. I really need it, and I want it. Want, that's what they hear. Poof, there you go. Now you're in more want. You got to be careful what you say. You got to be really on your toes. You got to think ahead of time. You got to think deeply. You got to think how things can be literally translated in the worst ways. I've done things and seen things. I've talked to the universe and said, in my reality, I know this can't be undone. It's something that's been done. Wasn't anybody coming back to life. It wasn't stuck and rising. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. Things written in stone in human form. Things stamped, sealed, delivered, can't be undone. They're there forever. Things that were not pleasant for somebody, not for me, but for somebody else. It was less than 24 hours, everything had become undone. And it was unheard of. And I thought I was going to pass out. My knees went weak when I heard. And all I could do, I was crying. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you so, so much. Thank you. Justice has been served. Thank you. So. No, and like I said, people have to stop and think for themselves. And if that takes them getting off the hell off social media and places like this chat or Facebook, then that's what they need to do. All right, Cora, I don't even have my cards out. What's wrong? Let's see, I'm half asleep. I feel like I can't wake up here tonight. I don't know why, but that's what it feels like. I don't have an urge to go back to bed or go lay down on my bed. I don't go back to bed. I lay down on top of my bed. If I have naps and stuff, then I cover myself with something. I don't get back into bed ever till bedtime, or I'm sick. I don't know. I had the nap and I slept longer than I thought I would. Surprised me, really, when I woke up. I was like, geez. And I feel like I woke up maybe 15 minutes ago, and I've been awake for a while. So, I don't know. Bear with me. Everybody have patience of Job for me today. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Jennifer. You're right. I'm lighting a new one tonight. Yes, I'm using my lighter. I get tired of fighting. I love wooden matches. I get tired of fighting with them. When it comes to lighting a smudge, I was eyeing my neighbor's property there, the summer cottage across the road today. Had little bear out in the yard. Had his little sweater on him. He actually let me put that on him. It was unbelievable. I could not believe he let me do it. He didn't fight. I'm like, oh my God. Because he's a little wrestler. He wants to be naked and natural all the time. But anyway, I get down the yard and I'm eyeing the cedar trees. They're the only ones within walking distance. The rest are miles up the road. I'm like, no, not today. Maybe tomorrow. I'll go over and I do it with respect. I trim the trees with respect. I don't gouge them and stuff like that. So, there we go. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. Thank you for listening. Oh, it smells so nice. What a nice smudge. People, I'll tell you right now, you want to keep the germs down in your house. Scientifically proven to kill 95% of any airborne bacteria. Anything, flus and coughs, colds, it doesn't matter. And I'm still bringing up crap. The remnants of the last cold that I had here, I'm still bringing it, and that's me. But if I hadn't been smudging the last two colds, which came into my home, by the way, just making a point. First time they knew they had a cold, but didn't know that they shouldn't have been in here. I don't like people being around me when they're sick. I never used to be that way. But you catch a cold, you're over it in 2 weeks. I catch a cold, it takes 6 weeks. And usually the first 3, I'm in bed. I can't even get up. I can't sit up. I can't eat. I can barely function from a cold. That's the way I get. I burned a lot of smudges. I didn't get that bad. There you go. What else? I didn't smudge the cards or anything, did I? I opened them. I don't remember smudging them. That's okay. Never hurts to give them a real good smudge. What's your sign, Andrew? Hi, Tobiah. That's funny about leaving the screen. That's funny. Oh, yes. It is. That's a beautiful thing. Where'd my, I didn't even bring out Lilith and the selenite yet. Oh, Natalie, wake up, wake up, wake up. Have another mouthful of tea. Maybe that'll help snap it in. And maybe I'll have to crank my window open to get a little bit of fresh oxygen in the house. I smudged the bejesus out of my house yesterday. You have no idea. I literally could barely see across the room to the living room. I could barely see. I could just make it out a little bit. I mean, it was heavy, soupy smudge. I said, okay, it's going to get dangerous. Time to open the door. I opened the door, and it was just all rolling out the door. The smudge did it by itself. I didn't encourage that. It did it all on its own. You know? So, everybody, I can't promote smudging enough during these times. It'll help keep the germs down in your home. I can't say it enough. Okay, Cora, what was your question? I'm ready for you, Cora. Let's go. What was your question, girlfriend? I don't know. I think that just made me more blurry. Take them off for a moment. I need a cup of tea here. There we go. There we go. Interesting, Cora. Let's find out. Let's find out. Sometimes, this is the first thoughts went through my head. Sometimes we make a bigger deal out of stuff than the kids do, right? And sometimes we make an issue of things and kids are like, what's the issue? Yeah, we had a fun time at school. Great. It's just that simple, right? I love the way your mind works sometimes, though, Cora. I'll say that. Very inquisitive. Trying to understand so much. We've had fun with Cora. I always enjoy readings for Cora. I'm like, oh, geez, here we go. Going on another ride. What's going on now? And then tarot has its say in its play. I've always enjoyed doing her readings. Always. Love to. So. So what's going on here with the kids? Morris's kids. What's going on with his children? She wants to know. I'm gonna. Nope, just the one. All right. This one wanted to go, but it held. Oh wow, wow. Oh, it didn't matter which one came up. This was the second one. All right, that's the one that it wanted to fall and it didn't fall. So here was the card that was supposed to come up for you. The Midas Touch. The Midas Touch card. This is I'm taking that one too. You know what? And it's almost insignificant because of this card right here for you tonight. That's where we're at here tonight with that. And you've probably heard me say this about the World card, and that is that I always call it the Midas Touch card because it seems you're within the energy of everything going very smoothly your way. Everything's going your way very smoothly, effortlessly. And I mean this in the funniest way. Here's the thing, Corey. You got to give the shit time to turn out. Right? Not shit, but you know what I mean? You got to give stuff time to play itself out. Cora's like just ahead of the ball every time, just ahead of it. Get out of the way, Cora, and let it unfold. Get out of the way, Cora. Let it unfold. You know, kind of thing. But all she's trying to do is stay ahead of what's going on so she can be prepared when it finally hits her. She wants to be completely, fully prepared. And that's what she's trying. She doesn't want to be caught off guard. Cora and I are the same this way. She doesn't know this, but we're both. We cry easily, and we hate crying. We hate it. I hate it. You know, I cried twice this morning chatting with somebody over the loss of their dog 6 months ago, and I couldn't talk to them about it. I couldn't bring myself to talk to them. And I love these two people to the moon and back. They were crying. They said, now you got me crying. And I said, yeah, I'm crying too. It's so moving, you know. But Cora, that's how Cora doesn't explode and lose it because it comes out through her deepest emotions. And when she hits them, she gets cleansed in that way. Other people feel better after they shut their mouth off or gave their opinion or said what they absolutely had to say. And then they feel lighter, they feel better. But for people like Cora, it's like it comes out as very intense tears. It's like all the plugs are unplugged, they're all pulled, and it's all coming out. And they cry like that, real easy. I get mad because it messes my fucking eye shit up. Just that simple. I do. I do. I'm like, I just did my face. I just did my eyes. Put on a little mascara. This is too expensive to ruin this. And I spend all day doing, like, you know, try not to have it all down my face kind of a thing. So, good night, Tobiah. Thank you for stopping in, Tobiah. We're all good at the moment. We're all good at the moment. We truly are. If I wake up, I'll be doing well. But I'm glad these cards are not going to be hard to read for Cora because they're so beautiful. There's a lot of beauty. But everything you touch seems to turn to gold with this card. That's why I call it the Midas touch. Everything. I'm hearing precision. Precision. I don't quite understand. It's got something to do with the timing. Timing. Precision. That I'm hearing with this card for you, Cora. Let me get out the book. Let's get the generic on the way here. Corner in tears, yeah. Yeah. Built up anger does come out in tears, and I know it does for you. So the world has shown up in your reading here, and it's showing you that your life is regenerated and renewed as you finally find the success that you seek and celebrate your achievement. What comes to you from that is going to feel like your reward, like what's coming. I've been so patient and and it's been long. Cora, you're unique. Nobody waits that long, and you waited that long. And you're going to be rewarded for it. All the pain, the loneliness, the suffering, the wanting, the needing, the pining away for, you are going to receive everything that you wanted because of that. This is beautiful. The card's also showing the completion of a phase here for you as well. Something. This could have to do with that job. Because it's using things like a meeting, a target, or a goal, or finalizing something. Or some other major project. And what we're talking about here could have been, I suppose, kind of like a project. It's not. I'm making a joke. I'm being smart. The World card, though, often comes up in a reading to signify a relationship landmark. A relationship landmark. There are opportunities to travel now. Maybe a little more back and forth a little more frequently now because you've crossed over a very crucial line on the weekend. You really crossed over something very, very crucial. It was the last, we'll call it a test. You know what that means to him, and you know what his children mean to him. So this was a big, big, big weekend. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a big meeting. It was big. And I know you feel the same way too. You're just relieved. Celebrate what you have achieved and embrace new opportunities. You will be full of energy and motivation, and you'll be feeling that the world is your oyster. Your keywords here, Cora, are success and completion, celebration, beginnings, travel. I just think you're going to be seeing more of each other now. There's nothing blocking. It's gone. It's gone. All the blocks that would always get in the way before, they're all gone now. Unless there's something that I don't know about. But motivation and renewal overall with this card. This card's beautiful for you. You've made it. You've won the race. That's what this is for you. You've won the race. You've won the competition. You had a lot of staying power. I'll say that for you. You're an incredible mother. I'm very proud to know you for that. I like people that are good moms, that love their children, and everything they do is for their children. I love people like that. It really shows you another side of somebody. And it's a beautiful thing. But I do feel that for you. And here, just the love, it's all coming together. There's your happily ever after. Right there. It's just a matter of finalizing things now. Making that move together physically. Going to the next step. Which is, and I think I think he's going to want this. You know, you put a ring on it. Oh my goodness. Whoa, ho, ho, whoa, ho, ho. You better put a ring on it. But I think that's how it is going to go for you. I truly do, Cora. The second card was the Ace of Hearts. Where'd it go? This one. You didn't see it, I held it up. Ace of Hearts. Everything comes together. It's your happily ever after. I'll go through the generic for you. But truthfully, there's nothing more I can really add to this. Because I'm setting forth the nudging that I'm getting. And I really don't feel there's really anything more to add to it other than you've got it, you've made it. It's happily ever after. But let me read it to you. I'll read it to you. The Ace brings you your heart's desire. As you find fulfillment through an artistic pursuit or a new relationship. And really, you guys are in a new one now. That changed everything on the weekend, right? You may create a baby, in quotations, and that is your project. It could be a new business, a new book, planting a garden, or decorating your home. This card along, no, you don't have that one. Okay. This Ace is a positive card, and it can also bring emotions that are overwhelming to you. It does bring on intense emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. The advice, open your heart and trust that you need not be overwhelmed by emotion. Just be open to what comes to you. Be receptive. Keywords are beginnings and passion, creativity and fulfillment, overflow of emotions and intensity. So if you're waiting to go on a magic carpet ride, you're about to go. It's all going to become quite magical and beautiful. It's all coming to you. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Both beautiful cards. Take another look, and then I'm going to move on. There we go. That's probably the best little reading I've ever given you, better than even your Celtic crosses and all them. That's good. That's good. It's all about happily ever afters, happy endings here. So you're beginning a new era. You're beginning a new chapter in a new book of your life with him. You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right, let me pop over here and see if we have a list. I've been hearing a couple of dings here. See what we have. Catherine Cook. Okay, Catherine Cook, you're up first. No question on your notes, so we'll get it here. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you so much as well. Oh, Linda. I've got a Linda here, but I don't know who it's from. Which Linda? Oh, okay, Linda Levadio. All right, not a problem. You'll be up next here, Linda. Okay, Catherine says, I have two men I'm talking to. Dawn in Aries and Bob a Virgo. Who will I choose and how will the relationship go? All right. Okay. Two men, Dawn and Aries, Bob's a Virgo. Who will you choose and how will the relationship? Oh. Come on. Here. Who will Catherine choose? These are really, these are questions for Lilith, but I'm pulling a card anyway. All right. I'm going to cut right here. If I can get the cards to go back together. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got. Huh. It shows you're in contemplation. You got stuff on your mind that you're thinking about. You got the Hermit. That's what we have here. It shows you here's what I'm hearing, that your mind tends to float off a lot in the situation. Your mind is always floating off. What you really need to do is set some alone time up where you can sit down and really do some self-searching, know yourself, get to know yourself at a much deeper level. You can try the old tried and true ways as well, getting pen and paper, right? The pros and cons of each one. And then you look, pros and cons. But it shows you in deep, deep thought is what I'm seeing here. Contemplation, a lot of it. Let me get the generic meaning here. It's not so much I don't see, because this card normally implies pulling away off to the side, spending time by yourself, contemplating, meditating. I'm not feeling that to that extreme so much as I am that you've got something that's weighing very heavy on your heart and on your mind. That's all I'm getting off of the cards so far. So reflection and quiet time are important now. You may need to study, contemplate, or simply spend time alone to process everything that's been happening recently. This may be a welcome retreat, or you may feel lonely, depending on your circumstances. However, you experience the Hermit's solitary influence. Know that you're being guided by your own inner light. You won't get lost in your thoughts, and you won't be alone forever. Another meaning of this card is distancing yourself from certain relationships that may be overwhelming you a little bit. The advice is try to not resist aloneness. It gives you time for contemplation and healing, to find the answers that you need, and to know yourself more deeply. Your keywords are thought retreat, travel, inner journey, solitude, seclusion, and protection. And you may have moments like that as well. Okay? or you feel like I want to be alone. I just want to be left alone. And maybe you pull back a little bit sometimes when in communications with these two gentlemen. That could be part of this. I also want to pull you, because this is about romance, deep relationships and whatnot. I'm going to pull you Oracle of the Mermaids card here and see what they bring up for you. You know what I heard? That sometimes you think if I could push the two together and make one, it would be easy. He'd be perfect. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm feeling. That you've probably had that thought. If I could put the two together to make one, it'd be perfect. This would be so much easier. See, I'm going to cut right here and see what the mermaids are revealing for you today. Yearning. Oh my. Longing for someone, undesired separation, and pining. And it's a very romantic, dramatic card. So, let me get the book out. This is card number 40. Yearning. Where are you, 40? There's 7. No, that's not it. One more. There we go. Okay. Yearning for someone you may not have even met yet. Yearning and pining for someone who you love, for the moment, are separated from. You may be feeling a great gulf of distance open between you and someone you love. And this may be a physical distance or a distance due to beliefs and lifestyles. You're yearning for a connection and a closeness that seems to be evading you at the moment. A longing for the one that you love to be by your side and not being able to bear another day of separation. Making choices that will enable you to be together. Feeling that destiny and fate are entwining your emotions and psyche with those of another soul. And that is inevitable that you'll be together. A feeling of, quote, meant to be, unquote. But until that can be so, a feeling of being star-crossed. Circumstances can be changed if both beings are willing. Longing to be with someone even beyond this lifetime and feeling discontent until it is so. So, now I'll pull Lilith for you. Now I'll pull Lilith, and we're going to ask her directly. I need to push it back a little bit. There. Okay. I know. Oh, boy. I can't remember the names. Bob was an Aries. Where is you with that? Oh dear. Where was... Trying to see where you put their names. One's a Virgo, one's an Aries, but it's the name. There we go. Dawn is an Aries and Bob's a Virgo. All right, Dawn is an Aries and Bob's a Virgo. Okay, let's see here. Just a moment. Oh my goodness. All right. Lilith. Catherine has 2 men she's talking to. Is it possible that she's going to end up with one in a serious relationship? Why don't we start there? Is it possible that she's going to end up in a relationship with one of them? What? It's not? You know, she's saying no. Is there somebody else that's meant for her? Is there someone else that's meant for her? This is strange. Excuse me, I need those names again. I don't know why I can't retain them. Dawn and Bob. That's what it is. Bob's name keeps throwing me. Let's try this again. The two men that she's been conversing with, we'll say, having communications with, their names are Dawn and Bob. Is she going to end up with one of these men in a relationship? Is there going to be a relationship? She's still saying no. And there's someone else in the future for her. Well, okay, we're going to go with that. Is this somebody that Catherine already knows? Does she already know this person? She's saying yes. This isn't a stranger. It's somebody that you already know of. Could I get the first initial of their first name, please? Does their name begin with the letter A? No. Right off, no. Does their name begin with the letter B? Does their name begin with the letter C? Does their name begin with the letter D? The letter E? F? G? Whoa. I thought it was going to be F. It's not. It's G. Their name begins with the letter G. How soon will they be coming together? Will they come together within the next, we'll say, 4 weeks? Will they come together within, no, longer? Okay. Within the next 8 weeks. 2 months. Will they come together within the next 2 months? Will this be a lifelong, a serious relationship that will develop? Will this be a good relationship for Kathy? Will she be relatively happy? Thank you, Lilith. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. There we go. There you go, Catherine. What? Yeah. So yeah, there's your reading, Catherine. I hope you're okay with that. I don't know. Somebody else. The name begins with the letter G. Let me go back into PayPal. I thought I heard a couple of dings going on. I might have a list to send to you, Jen. Yeah, I think we've got a bit of a list. Okay. Well, not really. Hold on now. I just got another ding. I know that Linda's up next. Linda, where are you, Linda? Yes, I got her. Yeah. Thanks, Jen. Okay. It's not really much of a list, but I'm just going to send it to you anyway, Jen. Let's see. There. Where are we? Here we go. Linda asked me her question. I'll have to go back in and retrieve it. Oh, shoot. Did I do that right? I don't think that's... No, how do I take that off? I don't know how to delete here. Oh my God. I don't think that's what I have to do. Or maybe it is. Okay, anyways, Linda's next, and Linda did. Hold on, Linda, I gotta bring your email back up. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Just reading your question there, Linda. I don't trust myself because I can't seem to wake up. I'm in a fog. So I got to make sure that I'm doing what I think it is that I'm doing. This is for Linda. Are Linda and Darren ever going to be completely together in the traditional sense? Are they ever going to be back together? Are Linda and Darren? I always get good cards for you, and I don't know what, the holdup is. Are they ever going to come together again? I think that's what you're asking me. A lot of talking, no action, yeah. Yeah, you keep hearing that, don't you? You keep, like, your logical side of your brain says, he says all the right things, but nothing ever happens. He's telling me what I need to hear and I want to hear, but nothing's coming of it. How long is this going to go on? You've missed birthdays and Christmas and New Year's and all the important holidays and stuff. How hard can it be? The logical side of your brain weighs very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. What's going on with Linda and Darren? They were going to get to be together in every sense of the word. This is for Linda Lavadieu. Pow, pow, pow. I'd be thinking the same things if it was me. I'd be having a lot of those thoughts. This is crazy, I'm going to cut right here for you, Linda. What a strange card. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered even if I had dropped one because the second card was the Nine of Swords, anxiety. And you got this stinker. I don't like pulling him at all. Page of Swords, Linda. So, yeah, he's got a valid excuse there, doesn't he? All the borders are being closed everywhere. And flights aren't coming in. They're not going out. Can I ask you a question, Linda? Have you actually been physically with him? And I don't mean sexually or in the biblical sense. I mean, have you actually ever been together with him, hung with him, seen him, talked to him? I think there's some lagging going on. You've been with him, okay. But I'm going to answer your question here just off, and this is more coming from me than anything. And you said, could it be a problem with the workers he is having? Doesn't matter what the problem is, there's always a problem. There's the truth of the situation. There's always a problem. Doesn't matter this week what it is. If it's workers, if it's planes being shut down, airports closed, and all that sort of stuff, doesn't matter. If it wasn't this, it was probably going to be something else. Here's a question for you. Are you able to fly to see him? Not now, because the flights are all being grounded. But would that have been a possibility for you to fly over there and visit with him? Would that have been a possibility at all? That's something I'd like to hear the answer to that. This Page of Swords, if it's not a real person, it's an energy that's coming through here for you. If it's a person, it's a young person or somebody who's very young at heart. They have a secret agenda. Is Darren young at heart? Okay. This is a card of slander and gossip, of finding somebody at a disadvantage and being somebody taking advantage of a disadvantage, trying to almost ruin your credibility here. This page often appears to be someone that's very witty and very charming. They like attention. But beneath all the glory that everybody gets to see, what they're really about is they're very self-interested, selfish, and underhanded. The advice of the card for you, so you're not misunderstood, if you're the one doing all the verbal and written communicating. He's a widow like you. Be precise in everything you say, written or verbal. You don't want communication to be misconstrued in any way right now. Keep everything straightforward, above board. I know you would anyway. Be very clear in everything you say so that not just your words are heard, but your intentions, your feelings are understood as well. Keywords are complaints and bitchiness, backchat, cutting words, politicking, legal issues, paperwork. I don't think that all applies to you. That's the problem. The big question is trust here. The big question is trust. Can I trust him? Is this all open? Is this all above board? Is it all true? Can I trust him? Because you're second guessing now. Your questions are changing more to things like that. Can I trust him? Are we ever going to be together? This sort of a thing. I'm going to ask Lilith what's what here. Just hold on. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to cut another Oracle of the Mermaids before I'm done, if I don't forget. This is for Linda, and concerning her relationship with Darren. Her question was this, Lilith. Are Linda and Darren ever going to be together and have a full-blown, outright relationship? Is this going to come to pass? Will Linda and Darren have a relationship? Will this relationship be good for Linda? Will it be a long-term relationship? Can we get a time frame on when they may come together physically? When will they be returned to each other in the physical sense? Will they be together within the next 4 weeks? Will they be together in the next 4 weeks? We already knew the answer to that was going to be no. Will they be together within the next 8 weeks? How about 8 weeks? How about 8 weeks? Is it 8 weeks? Really? And truly, I'm going to check it on the calendar. So that's what she says. She's saying yes. And within 8 weeks, I want to look at the calendar. Let's ballpark this. 1, 2, 3. The first week of May sometime. That's what I'm getting. The first week of May at some point. So the first week of May is what we're looking at here, according to Lilith. Don't let anything break your heart unless you're experiencing a truthful moment that is not what you wanted the outcome to be. Then you can do I have soot on my face off that smudge? I had it on my hand. I never look at myself when I'm on camera. I notice a lot of readers do. They're going and they're looking at, they're not looking into the camera, they're looking at themselves. So I think that's funny. When I watch that, I find it funny as hell. I do. I don't see myself at all. All I see is a text box here. It says that I'm live. It's got the time on the length of the reading and how many people. That's what I see. That's it. So if I've got a big streak of something on my face nobody's telling me about, you're all in trouble. Hi, Diana. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. You're welcome. All right. One more run, and then I'm going to cut the deck. We're going to pull a card for you, for Linda. Her and Darren. Her wishes that her and Darren come together physically. They have a real full-blown relationship. Normal. Not half a world away from each other. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to cut the deck. Gosh, there's a quiet atmosphere tonight. I don't know what it is. I think I've had this one before. I have. It's called The Mirror. Card 21. Know thyself, self-examination, and seeing who you really are. So I've had this for somebody else recently. Not tonight, but before. One more. There we go. That's it. Yep. It is time to gently yet firmly see the truth about who you are, and to understand that who you are is not ugly or lacking, but a truthful, beautiful, laden voyage into the soul. It is time to be shown what the eye cannot always see and what the spirit has sensed. This may come through observation, loving words from friends who are truly able to see you, from a stranger who notices something that too many overlook, or it can come in a moment when you glimpse who you have become. Dreams, visions, flashes of intuition are also the mirrors that work with us at this time. Mirrors and who you appear to be will be coming up for you. Be sure to embrace the mirror and the Magical Mermaid's tool as an ally, and wonders and healing will unfold. So, it's about self-discovery, I guess. Don't know much what else to say about that card. I'm not really getting a whole lot. But Tarot has said, you'll be together. I don't know what else to tell you. Is that right, Diana? Okay, I don't remember the questions or in particular, but I'm glad. I'm glad. I like to hear when Lilith is right. Now, I just got logged out again. Just one moment. There we go. It's a little better. Alrighty. Gabriel, Ether. Gabriel, Ether. Gabrielle? Oh, I remember now, Diana. You're welcome, Catherine. Oh my God. I remember you were coming out of the shower and the file fell on the floor and you got a vision. Oh my goodness. Wow. Holy moly. That's amazing. That is amazing. Where is Gabrielle? Gabrielle, where are you? Oh God, I can't spell. You know darn right well, Jennifer, the minute I go back and grab the next person to do them, she's going to come in just as I begin the other one's reading. Jeez. She must be lagging, or her phone died, or she's walked away. All right, I'll just move on to the next person. Let's see here. No, I did Catherine Cook already. I already did her. That's not my list. Let me see. Where? Catherine Cook was the first one. That's what I've got. She was the very first one. And she wanted to know she was picking between two fellas. Then I did Linda, now it's Gabrielle. But if she's not answering, I'm gonna move on to the next person. Yeah, it's Roseanne. That's right. Roseanne's up next. That's what I have too, because Gabrielle's not answering. And I'll open up Roseanne, see if she's got a question here and notes or not. No. Okay, Roseanne, let's get your question. I'm having a hard time contacting people here tonight for some reason. Whoops. There you are. Shit. Okay. Okay, go ahead. I know. God. Okay. I don't know. No, she even thanked me. Catherine Cook already read for her, and I'm sure she thanked me a bit back here. Let me see. I could have sworn I seen where she said thank you. Everything's lagging superior. You know what? Right now, everybody, was her question right there. I have 2 minutes I'm talking to, blah, blah, blah. I did her reading already. Hi, Joanne. Welcome, welcome. I just want either Gabrielle or Roseanne to step up so I can do somebody's reading. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? You know what I think? But here's the problem. Those that are lagging the worst are not going to get this. Everybody should log out of the chat, come back into the chat, and we'll be all on the same page. But the ones that are there's Roseanne. I'm not scrolling back to 10:18 p.m., Roseanne. You got to give me the question. I'm not sitting here squinting like this, trying to find. You have to give me the question again, copy and paste it in, or do something. Just copy and paste it, Roseanne, is good, if you can do that. Oh, somebody wake me up. We're ready to start. We're all getting nowhere fast here tonight. If I had someone else to move on to, I would, but I don't. Come on, people, let's wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's reading by donations, Camille. You make a donation to PayPal no matter where you're at on the planet. You don't need to be a member. Not to send money, only to receive. You're sending money, it's a one-time thing. No problem, you're not a member, it goes through. If you're within Canada, it might be in your better interest to use the Canadian e-transfer system. I know, Diana. I need something soft to bang my head off of. You give me a bouquet of orchids and I'll just sit here and do face plants. Oh my good God, I wish I had somebody to read for. Those two are lagging, Roseanne and Gabrielle, and they're the only people on the list. Oh, ho, ho, oh, oh. There we go. Finally, Roseanne, thank you. Okay. All right. Is Roseanne being backstabbed at work? She's worked at the same place for 21 years, and she loves her job. But for the past 2 years, something feels wrong. It feels off, and she thinks somebody's backstabbing her, trying to get rid of her, work her out, and she's well respected in her place of work. Let's see what we can get here. Is she being backstabbed at work? Is someone trying to undermine Roseanne on her job? Is someone trying to undermine Roseanne on her job? Here we go. All right. Is someone trying to undermine and backstab Roseanne at her place of employment? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we've got. You got the Three of Wands, and it represents motivation. You got enough questions there to do a whole Celtic cross reading. I can't answer that many questions. What comes up, comes up. I'll just say that. Whatever comes up, comes up. What the hell happened? Where'd he go? Is he all right? He took half the kitchen down with him. What did you do, Stewie? What a mess. God. It scared me half to death. Where am I? There. It's okay, baby. I don't know where he went or what happened, but he's gone. He's hiding. Sorry about that. God. All right. So this is what we got was the three of Wands. Sorry about the interruption. A cat took about 3 falls in one fall or something. I don't know what that was all about. Threes are all about high activity. There's a lot going on when a 3 shows up. It's a very powerful number as well, the number 3. With this 3, it's bringing you a lot of energy, and the energy of enthusiasm to all your activities and everything that you do. In love, it's predicting a new relationship and celebrations, such as a wedding or engagements. Could be the renewal of a relationship as well, renewal of vows. This 3 is also a brilliant card for traveling and for the arts and for sport too. This 3 shows a dynamic attitude that is going to get great results if you keep a dynamic attitude. You may find yourself taking an unusual approach to either a dilemma or a situation, and finding ingenious ways to problem solve to get your message across. The advice of the card: to think laterally, try new ways to fire your communication, your creativity. I call it sideways thinking. You're not just going to color outside the box. That's for sure. Coming up with some new ways of communication, new ways of doing things. Keeping your own self at work fresh. You're fresh and on the ball kind of a thing. Like you're up with the latest of everything. But you're keeping the job fresh and interesting. The keywords that come with this card are travel and relationships, weddings, originality, success, the arts, and sport. Just bear with me for a moment. That's you as well, right here. That's you as the Queen of Swords. That's the energy that you're carrying about you. This is the energy that you carry about you. This is I mean, as you said, you're well respected. That's what she's all about. No matter where she goes and where she walks, where she comes from, where she goes through, people have a lot of serious respect for this woman, for this energy, which is you. Always put yourself first. That way you're prepared for everything and anything. And that's what she does. She puts her own needs first. She nourishes herself first before anybody else. That way she becomes more beneficial to the people that are around her. She never shows a weakness. She never shows that downside. She never shows her cracks, you might say, in her personality. She's always together and always very, very, very strong and well respected. This queen is a very highly intelligent and driven queen. She commands respect. She holds her ground. She puts her interests first. She is charming, but she sure doesn't suffer any fools. She can always see the truth in a situation in a flash. If anybody tries pulling something over on you or dissuading you, distracting you, trying to turn you around in any way, it doesn't go very far. You see right through them. You can see through people. Yep. Let me see here. As soon as I just pulled the next card because it's so close to the first. Sometimes I do that, and that had you written all over this fantastic card. It's definitely had you all over. I said this is her. That's her card right there. This card often comes up in a reading to show a strong-willed woman. Business leaders, independent females, sometimes the single parent. If she comes up and you're resonating with this card, it's time for you to now start showing your own strength of character to those that need to see it. And there are some that needs to see it, right? The advice, you need to be prepared to make a strong decision or even respond to a final decision that's being made by another woman. Keywords are intelligence and independence, leadership, insight, intolerance, determination, and justice. Whatever's going on at work for you, you're coming out ahead. You're coming out on top. This is not dragging you down. They're not squishing you down. They're not able to. You're coming out on top. You've got insight. You've got a lot of. You don't tolerate. You don't tolerate people wasting your time. You just don't tolerate it. You don't tolerate mindless gossip. You don't tolerate any of that stuff. Any of that stuff. And you put that out there. You're a very determined person. And justice is always served. Things always work out the way they're supposed to with you. I'm going to ask Lilith very quickly, though, if there is somebody trying to undermine you at work. Okay. Good. I'm glad. Good. All right. Where did my... Okay. Where is... There we go. My selenite. Because this always helps. Why did my battery beep? Don't you start. Check everything here. All right. Lilith. This is still for Roseanne. Still within the parameters of her card reading. She feels that somebody at work for the last 2 years has been trying to undermine her. Is this true? Is someone at work trying to undermine her work? She's been there 21 years. She's highly respected. She loves her job. but there's been some disturbance in the waters for the last 2 years. She feels suspicious of who it could be. Are her suspicions correct? She's saying yes. Is everything going to be worked out to her pleasure, to her way? Her job is safe. Thank you very much, Lilith. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So there you go. Hi, Annie. Yeah, it would scare you for real because your business is people and stuff. So, there you go. No, you don't. But you're going to be okay, Roseanne. You're going to be okay. Everything is going to be just fine. Who is messaging? I don't like stuff being sent to me in private messages. I don't like that. I don't like it posted on my wall. Don't post it in the... because I don't open those things. No, I know. So Roseanne, you're going to come out on top, and try not to sweat what's going on at work because you're in the winner's chair. You really are. They're not going to unseat you. They're not going to get rid of you. There's not going to be any of that happening. But trust your instincts and your intuition. If it's telling you who to be suspicious of, I would probably pay attention to that. So, Gabrielle Ether is up next. Gabrielle. How you doing, Annie? You're welcome, Roseanne. You're going to be fine. You really are. Hello, Joni. Where is Gabrielle? Gabrielle. There you are. Okay. Our province is affected as well. So to put that all into one question and not a couple questions. Thank you, Roseanne. So you're wondering if you should buy a new car because you're being pulled to travel, so you'd like to have a new car. That's how I'm going to just put that as that. Okay, here we go. All right. This is for Gabrielle. She's being called to travel and do her light work. Should she invest in a new car now? To do this, should she invest in a new car? To follow through with light work. You can go ahead and talk till you feel better there. Annie, go right ahead and talk till you feel better. You don't want to travel. We'll see how that ties in with the new car, because I don't know what... Really, I can't take... In these kinds of readings, people have to wait. I can't take one question that has 2 or 3 sub-questions under it. It's not fair to the people waiting that just asked the one question, right? So that makes it a little awkward. That's why I like people, one question, be specific with it so we can get to the answer as efficiently as we can. They're saying 6 months. I'm thinking it's going to be longer, but anyway. I'm going to go into the group and ask the group to work with me on what I'm planning on working with, trying to push this off of us. Okay, I'm not seeing that. All right, then that's fine. So we'll take one question at a time. Very first question is about the car. How's that? Okay. The first question, should Gabrielle invest in a new car right now? Is this the smartest move for her to make at the moment? Should Gabrielle invest in a new car right now? Should she wait? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to cut right here, Gabrielle. Let's see if you're getting a new car. Well, the king of being practical has come up in your reading. He's the king of wands. Okay. He's so appropriate for him to show up. It almost tells me where the answer is going to go. What I'm hearing right off, you need to crunch your numbers, and you need to, how can I say, what am I looking for? He's the very last page. I always remember with him. You need to sit down with calculator, pen and paper, whatever. You need to crunch your numbers to see if this is actually viable. And if it is viable, that's going to be your answer right there. That's just common sense across the board. Let me see here. That's okay, Gabby. It's okay. We're all right. We're all good. This is for somebody. I think I still have it. No, I don't either. I thought I did. I don't think. Yes, I do. I've got it right here. This is for somebody asking how to donate. I can't see who it was now, but there you go. It's not hysteria, Annie. You're not upsetting the group. It's not at all. You know what? Maybe we'll do a live chat where everybody can just spill their guts and their fears. It might be cathartic for some. But we got the King of Wands here for you, Gabrielle. This king, the energy of him, is a man of action. It makes him a very engaging companion and a very inspiring leader. He's self-motivated. He's entrepreneurial. He's dynamic and open-minded. You will know what he is thinking. His feelings always show. Travel may be important to him. This card can represent your energy as well, by the way. Travel may be important to him. He's very connected to many people with backgrounds different from his own. Is the U card in a reading is resonating with you. This king is indicating you should expect to find practical solutions to practical problems, and also see to your network of friends and professionals and your contacts grow. Put time and energy into the people in your life so your circle grows wider, your clients, your contacts continue to grow as well. Feeding some of yourself into that whole thing right there. The advice is explore your passions and look to unconventional people and new places. You're being encouraged to travel. I'm sorry, but that's what's coming through on this card. Before I've even gotten to your second card, that's what's coming through here, is you're being encouraged to travel. And you're to be looking to go to someplace that's unconventional for you, or something different and something new. People, new experiences and new places that are calling to you. That are calling to you. Your advice, you explore your passions, and look to unconventional people in new places. Energy, creativity, power, wisdom, compassion, freedom, and openness. This more or less covered your second question about traveling. And you are being pulled to travel. You are being pulled to travel. Let me ask Lilith very quickly here, and then I'll pull another card for you. One moment. One moment. I would say so, Gabrielle. I would say so. Even though it's about your light work, there's the king of practicality here telling you need to keep your feet on the ground. Keep things as real as you can right now. Is this message about Gabrielle and traveling? Lilith. She didn't hesitate. She's saying, yep, right now that's what this is. It's about traveling. She feels nudged and called to travel so she can do her light work. And she's kind of holding back. She doesn't really want to. Is she going to end up traveling and doing some traveling that has to do with her light work? He's saying yes. All right. Thank you, Lilith. Right there. She's saying yes, I should say. Okay, hold on one moment. Your second question was about the car. Let's try that again. Huh? Yeah, you like stability. Yeah. Yeah, I can see your hesitation. I'm the same way. I. You know what I mean? Like, what? Go where? Go where? Do what? That's what I'm like. I'm just like, oh, I don't know about that. I got my creature comforts that keep me happy and comfortable every day. And usually when you travel, you have to give all that up. And I'm not real good at that. I'm not real good at that at all. You're welcome, Annie Moore. You're welcome. Please take care. Please take care and try to hold on to some peace of mind and some sanity through all of this. Okay. All right. I'm going to cut right here. I know what card I want to come up for you as far as the card goes, and it's not going to, well, this is a good card too. There's one card at the very end of the generic meaning. It says, in the market to buy a new car, a new vehicle of some kind. That's not the card that came up. So, I'm a little disappointed. You got the Nine of Pentacles here. This is a card that represents a lot of gratitude, reasons to be feeling this way. Reasons for you to be feeling this way. The Nine, that's a great card. I'll tell you, it brings a lot of vibrancy into your life as well. It really does. It's beautiful. Usually indicates that this is a card about celebrating the very essence of yourself and who you are. It's gratitude towards the universe. This is not your birthday. It's a different day. Kind of like a birthday, but a different day. The Nines are all about intensity. The Nines are about over-the-top stuff. Something just can't run a normal course. It's going to be extreme. It's almost extreme stuff. But with this card, the Nine of, if I showed it to you, the Nine of Pentacles here. This is Tarot coming forth to tell you, now's the time for you to treat yourself to some leisure, some luxury. You could be furnishing your new, your own home. You could be furnishing it, refurnishing. You could be tending to your garden, should you have one, indulging in your favorite pursuit, or otherwise spending on yourself. Because you're going to be feeling both rich in time and in money. You love your home, so you may redecorate, you may rearrange, you could do some baking and invite others to come over and share your relaxed, comfortable space. It's all fresh and it's all new. I'm already telling you right now, now's the time for you to buy a car. It's an indulgence, and now's the time, yes. Devote time and money to your own interest and into your home. You can become the center of your own world and appreciate all the good things in life just now. You're being in a position to celebrate and be grateful for where you are and what you have right now. Luxury and leisure, relaxation, home, abundance, independence, and generosity here. Yes. So you can go out. Now is the time. That's what I'm hearing for you. This is an indulgence for you. This is treating yourself. Go get that vehicle. Go get your new wheels. There you go. There you go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You can, I'm not feeling this overnight urgency for you to get out there and start traveling right away. Just start planning for it. Start to visualize it and slowly manifest it when it's to your comfort. There wouldn't be anything worse than a stressed out light worker that says, I didn't want to be here. Here I am. Use your better judgment. Pick up a few new pieces of furniture to kind of lift. Pick up some cushions, some accents, little touches here and there within the home would be beautiful. Gabrielle, you're very, very welcome. I appreciate you very much for being here. And thank you so much for your donations as well. That's always so deeply appreciated. But I wish you the best, but don't stress about the traveling. Yes, you are. I'm just in tarot, just confirmed. She's being prompted to travel, but it's not overnight like this. Get your vehicle, enjoy that, concentrate on that, and start to very calmly, a little at a time, to your convenience, start to plan out your future as far as travel goes. Okay? And then you'll come to the best way of doing things, the best decisions for yourself, for your clients as well. Thank you, Gabrielle, very much. I have to check my list now. Wish it was me getting a new car. I don't like the travel part, though. I'd be fighting that all the way if it was me. If it was me, that's what I'd be doing, fighting it the whole way. So next up, we've got one more person on the list, and then we're going to be open again. And the person I'm looking at here is Jennifer Waters, Total Change of Life. Hello, Jennifer. And Jennifer's left her question, but she can come up front and center here while I read it. Jennifer Waters. Okay. I think it's okay to put this out here just so everybody knows. She's asking, is Jared falling in love with me? We have been friends for 10 years. Always stayed in touch, even if we were in relationships. Never sex, just lots of kisses and conversations. He is one of my closest friends. Lately, we've been speaking more even for years, multiple times of the day. So you guys talk several times a day, every day. We do a lot of flirting and make plans to spend time. He gets jealous at me for seeing other men. And sometimes he will go all cool on me. And when he does, I lay back. He returns and we start again. Is he falling for me, or am I just a time filler? I would hate to ruin a friendship with lust. Is he going to step up, or does he see this as friendly farting? Flirting is the word. Oh, where is she? Where's Jennifer Waters? That's too funny. Nobody else caught that? I did. It's how funny as hell. Well, I could shuffle while we're waiting for her, I guess. Flirting came out farting. Or flirting or something. Sounded like British farting. Flirting. Stop flirting. Come on, Jennifer Waters. Where are you? Is he falling in love? Is Jared falling in love with Jennifer? Is Jared falling in love with Jennifer? Or is this just harmless flirting? Oh, God, where is she? Jennifer Waters, where are you? It's a good thing there isn't a great big long-ass line up here tonight, I'll tell you that. It's a damn good thing. By geez, I tell ya. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, and it's after midnight here now. So, Earth calling Jennifer Waters. Oh my God. $1,000 cookies, eh? When I was at the grocery store the other day, I wish I'd had more money because they still have flour. I would have loved to pick up like a 20-pound, 10-pound even bag of flour for baking. In case the stores run out of bread, I would have picked up. So I didn't have enough money for that. I wanted flour and I wanted yeast. In case I needed to stop to make my own bread, scones and things like that you can make with it, rolls. So a lot of things I would have bought, and most of the things I want, the shelves were empty. But there was lots of flour. There was a lot of baked goods still available, where people could do their own baking at home. Yeah, I know, Diana. It's good to have. I don't have any flour. I lost a bag of flour in my house somewhere. Go figure. I don't know how the hell that ever happened, but hey. No, it's not. No. No, you haven't interrupted. I've spent more time tonight waiting for people to come front and center so I can do the reading than I've done anything. You didn't interrupt anything. It's okay. Yeah, let me look at it again. I'll look at it again, John, but I'll show you a screenshot. Maybe you can figure it out. I don't know. Let me see here. I'm going to show you. I don't see any other name listed in there at all. We're slow to load. We're slow to load. It's coming. It's near. There we go. See if you can decipher another name out of that. I don't know. Well, if they don't have to cross any borders, Andy, they should be okay. I have I don't like the word. I don't like using the word stupid to apply to people. I think that's one of the rudest words. I don't like it. I've got a sensitivity to it. But what's really making me angry is the stupidity of some people. And they won't think for themselves. They're easily led believing this or that or doing this or that, and they don't think for themselves. No flying, yeah. There's a big no-fly on right now everywhere. Except between, Canada's closed all its borders except to the U.S. That means there's no foreign flights coming in. They'll be able to land here in Canada. And I read somewhere, because I'm going, why not the U.S.? They're not Canadian. They're not citizens, and they're non-residents. Why is the American border? Because I said it was the other way around. And Trump said, I'm closing all the borders, and that includes Canada. I know he would, right? Because that's the way he is. He wouldn't make an exception. The only reason, I guess, Canada's making an exception right now, because they haven't figured out the money exchanges between the two countries. It has to do with economics and the world of finance, and they are trying to figure that out right now before that section gets closed as well. That's correct. They have to follow what science is. A lot of people are running our prime minister down. The reason being, he made an announcement, when this all started. He didn't quite know what to do. All the leaders were at a loss. What do we do here? How far do we take this? How far do we allow this to go? And because of the confusion, all the conflicting different reports coming in, he put his foot down. He said, here's what's going to happen in Canada. He said, I'm going to follow the WHO, the World Health Organization. Whatever they say goes, that's what I'm going to do. Because he was getting confused. All the leaders were getting confused. They didn't know which way to turn. He says, the only thing I'm going by, that's my number one thing, is the World Health Organization, and I'll follow suit. Everything went like that today, too. Tomorrow's Tuesdays. Our kids in my neck of the woods we're supposed to be back today for school. March break just ended today. It was supposed to be, and it's not. They're out for another 2 weeks. A lot of our shopping malls have reduced hours now to try to keep the whole crush of people down. Signs are being placed on toilet paper shelves, only 2 per family, 2 packs per family. That's all they're going to allow to go through the tills. A couple places are opening extra early to give 2 hours of shopping time for the elderly to come in, so they don't have to worry about being knocked over, being crushed by a mob, having things grabbed out of their hands, because all that's been going on. So they're making considerations there so they can get in, get what they need, and then leave, and then they open the doors to everybody else, kind of a thing. And I think it's right. So all the major places, all your public gyms, your aquatic centers, theaters, movie houses, arenas, trade shows, anywhere where there, churches even, anywhere that brings in a mass of people is being completely shut down. There you go. I don't know. I don't know what happened to this person that wanted the reading. Jennifer Waters. I have no idea where she went to, what's going on with her. I would think the average American probably is. More than not. But if you get stupid people that won't think for themselves, then yeah, I can see that. Doesn't matter what country you're talking about, you could see that. All we got to do is stay at home. I'm isolated. If anything happened today, I did a little bit of housework, and my mop, I usually hang it just over the railing outside on the deck off to the corner, so that the mop part itself dries, even though it's broken. I'm still using it. And I brought it in to clean some mess up, and then I went through the kitchen and the living room and did all the floor, the bare parts there, and the whole bit. I stuck the mop back out on the deck, right on the corner with the head hanging over the top of the deck. And then somebody else walks in the room and they go, what are you doing? I said, nothing. I'm just sitting here doing this. Why? Why have you got the front door barricaded so no one can get in or out? I said, what are you talking about? I looked. Here's what it reminded me of. You may remember the day with the brooms, standing them up, which was stupid because any broom would do that because they're in whatever. What happened was, here's my doorway, right? I open the door. The deck runs like this. I take the mop and I go like that. For some reason, and this was after I went on a rant right after I went on a rant on Facebook about, if you come to my house, blah, 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 this is what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to leave myself open to the germs of the virus and blah, blah, blah. And I went on this rant, right, about how it was going to be if you come to see me, you know. And there, I felt better. I posted it. And then right after that, somebody said, why have you got that? And I looked and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm looking at the door. I don't see a damn thing. Look closer. I looked and I looked. And for some reason, what happened, the mop, part of the mop, not the stick, but the mop, weighed down a bit, and it raised the stick up. And it went right across the door. I got pictures of it. It went right across the door. So if I open the door to go out, I'm running into this barrier. Anybody trying to get in can't get in unless they like go under it, kind of a thing. It's just a weird thing that happened. One of those weird, quirky little things. Yeah, people have to be safe. You just use your logic, your common sense. Truly. You guys are going to know before she does. But two weeks ago, we decided, my friend and I, Linda, the one that visits a lot from Norton, she spends the weekend when she comes here. She doesn't know it yet, but we're not getting together this weekend. It was going to be our first weekend together in a few months. We were going to have fun, you know. That's not going to happen because I'm going to tell her right off, I don't want you to come here. I don't want to expose you, and I know you don't want to expose. And if I'm going to get sick, it's when Linda's around. I've gotten sick on her on 3 different weekends, and we had to call it an early weekend. She had to go home. I got sick 3 different times, and I said, if I'm going to get sick around anybody, it's going to be her, so I don't want her here. So we'll just have to put it off for now. Because I don't know, she's another one, she never turns the news on. Of course, you can't go on Facebook and not know about this virus. So it's better to be safe. I'm really bummed about it. I really am. I'm bummed about it. Yes, that's right, Joni. And I'm predisposed in more ways than one to this virus, so I have to be careful. I have to be very, very careful. Because I think if it hit me in the lungs, if it did that, I don't think I'd come back out of it, because that's bad. That's just, I've had lung things before, like I'm not, you know, not tested at the hospital. I went through it at home. When you get a cold that moves from your head down into your chest kind of thing, they're horrible. Yes, there is, Beverly. You just have to watch, but you have to think for yourself. I can't stress that enough. Don't believe every little thing, every little tidbit that you read. Think for yourself. Hi, Daisy. How you doing? You know, my son's a paramedic, and he's a frontline worker. I would not want to have to call an ambulance right now and see them come through the door. It would scare you half to death. They're screening every 911 call that comes in to see what kind of situation they're going to be walking into when they finally arrive on scene. Probably asking questions, has anybody in the home traveled outside the country? Is anybody experiencing symptoms, blah, 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 before they even send the ambulance, so they know how to handle it. And they go everything from full face to full body, where everything is enclosed and covered. You'd feel like there were spacemen coming at you. Very frightening, but at least they're taking precautions. Yes, very noble, and he will work 24/7 until they make him go home. That's the way it is for him. He loves what he does. It's not work for him. He said the day I graduated was the last day I ever worked in my life, because this is not work to me. Absolutely loves his work, loves it. I seen that, Jennifer, yes. But my son told me, I said to him, how worried should we be? Or should we start to really worry? And he said, you're out there, you're secluded, stay out there, don't come into the city, and you're going to be fine. And I said, well, you know me, I can do that standing on my head, because I love being here. This is my happy place. I don't like going into the city as it is. And I said, ironically, though, the day before I was in the city, which is, we'll try to not do that. I said, what about the people that come out here to see me? What am I? He said, you make sure there's 3 meters between you and anybody else, and you'll be fine. More than 3. And I'm sure that would be like outside, but in the house, 3 meters, but they're still breathing on my furniture. They're touching my table. I'd have to like sanitize the whole house down once they leave. So, yeah. So that's why I put that out on Facebook today, that if you come to my house, the first thing I want to ask you to do is go to my kitchen sink and scrub your hands. Second thing, don't come near me to hug me. I'm not the huggy type anyway. I oblige people when they want a hug. That's what I do. Do I give real genuine hugs to people? From time to time, and they know it. But outside of that, I don't usually initiate hugs, and I oblige. I'm just being polite. Not now. I said, if you come near me and you move in for a hug, I will seriously push you away from me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I asked the universe on my 60th birthday to give me 22 more years. I don't know why 22, but I asked to live to be 82. My other son had said to me, Mom, you're not going to die from this. It's not going to get you. He said, you are here for a lot of years yet, because you're just too feisty. You don't go down without a fight. He said, I know you won't. He said, you're going to be here. So, virtual hugs. Yeah. So, yeah. And my other son, my oldest boy, he's the number one boy. I have 3 sons, the number one boy. He's seen on Facebook, people were hoarding and stuff like that. And he said, people like that need to be slapped upside the head with a goddamn shovel. I agreed with him, you know. So, that's really good. That's good. That's really good. Thanks, Daisy. No. Oh my God, Joni. Oh my God. But you know what? The practice of hygiene and picking up germs from surfaces, I've been practicing that 6 or 7 years. Every time I go into the city, I learned my lesson once. I came home, forgot to wash my hands. 2 days later, I was sick in bed. I picked something up. And I said, I know I forgot to wash, because I said later on, and we were home for a couple, I went, oh, my God, I forgot to wash my hands when I came in the door. And I got sick. I said, never again. So I'd like to bring linen gloves back into fashion for women. Because when I was a kid growing up in the early 60s, moms always wore the linen gloves, wore a hat when they went out, purse and the whole. I said, I'd like to make linen gloves, maybe disposable ones, because as soon as I'm done in town, I'd peel them off, and in the garbage they go, or right into the washing machine, either one. But when I'm out, I've been doing this. Pull my sleeve down to open a door of any kind, to turn a knob of any kind. The only thing you can avoid is if you can't use tap on your debit card, your credit card or whatever, you've got to punch in the key, your code. Thousands of people have touched those buttons just before you, and it just makes my skin crawl. It really does. It really does. So I'm doing what I've always been doing. I was very careful when I was out. I could smell cleaning and sanitizing products in the air every store that I went into. Oh my God, Kim. That's too funny. Where is our next person? What happened to her? Jennifer Waters, where are you? Jennifer Waters, where are you? Let me see if she's got an email here. Maybe I can email her and say, we've been waiting a half an hour for you to show up. Where are you? No, I don't. I wish I could turn that damn mobile phone off or on. Let me see what we have. I mean, she had a big question and everything, so there's her email. Can I put? Yes, I can copy and paste it. Copy. Email. New. Paste. I'll look and see if she hasn't come in yet. Oh, she's not come in yet. Come on. Told her we've been waiting half an hour to have her to read her card. That's all I said. What about you guys over there, Daisy, where you're at? Are you still here, Daisy? What about you guys? You guys have any presumptive cases or... Oh, I drank all my tea. This rate, I'll have to come back tomorrow as well. Yeah, cash is the most dirtiest thing, isn't it? Oh my goodness, it is. It truly is. I only handled cash once when I was out on Saturday. Only once. Or did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. When I took Bear to the groomers and I went to pay for it up at the front desk, the front cash counter, I used my debit card and just used tap, so I didn't have to touch the pad. And I said add $10 to the groomer for a tip. I didn't actually handle any money at all. Oh my God, wash and iron. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Isn't that something? See, I don't remember none of that stuff. I'm too young. I don't go back that far. Telephones, yes. Public phones, especially, although there aren't many of those left around. And I don't have a cell phone, so house phone. I just have to be mindful of my doorknob. People coming in, sitting at the table, touching the table kind of thing. That's just weird. That's just weird to me. Where did that person go? Okay. I hear you, Jennifer. Honest to God, I hear you. I feel the same way most of the time. But just when you think you've got human nature figured out, there's somebody at your door. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to get, there's so many things I needed to pick up, just normal groceries, and I didn't get. I needed Javex. I'm on my last spray bottle. I've got it mixed with water. That's all I've got, and I've been going around. It's Pine Sol. Pine Sol is what she did. That was a typo that Jennifer did, Annie. Pine Sol. Yeah, there you go. Now this person, this Jennifer Waters, is going to come back the next time we do. The next time we do mini readings, she's going to be saying, I paid and I didn't get much, to be all in a fit. It's not our fault. Send her an email. There's no answer, response at all. So I don't know what to say here. A bleach will kill anything too. It'll kill mold. It'll kill anything pretty much. I try to spread the love around. The house smells a little bleachy when you come in, but it's a clean smell. So there was, speaking of all that, there was a dollar store in our area, not my area in Chance Harbor, but in the city. And I want to find out which one it was because I'm never going to darken their door. They had toilet paper for sale, single roll toilet paper, $5 a piece. $5 a piece. I don't know what's happened. Maybe their internet went down. I don't know. Maybe the phone died. They didn't charge their phone. I'm not sure, but it's been a weird night. I've spent over half the night waiting for people to pop up that paid for readings. Like, I sent her an email. She can't say I didn't try. What are you supposed to do? Well, I hope we don't get to the point where everybody gets so sick that even people that are running our internet, our phone companies and stuff, all don't get sick and they can't keep the internet. What would we do if we got cut off completely? That concerns me. That really concerns me. Yeah, $5 a roll at the dollar. I ever find out which one it was, I'll never darken their door, ever. They were reported, obviously. It was on the news. I heard it on the local news, so I read it. Yeah. That's what I say. For shame on them. I'll tell you right now, is people will boycott them. They'll put them right out of business. They do that around here. They will. They'll put them right out of business. Whoever they are. They don't tolerate that. Yeah, I'm sure maybe some rich people do shop the dollar stores, but it's basically for people that they need to get to be able to hold on to every penny that they can and pay the least amount for stuff like that. I'm not a big dollar store person, especially when it comes to their pet treats and stuff like that. They tried to wipe us all out over here before, all out of China, you know. So I don't buy pet food of any kind. There's certain things I won't buy. Won't buy their toothpaste either. Hate their shampoo. It may say Finesse on the bottle. I've used Finesse for years. Try putting that crap on your friggin' head. You'll be a week taking the tangles out. It just destroys your hair. So, yeah. Well, they'll be looting before you know it. People are going to start looting all these places that are closed, and you're going to see, as somebody said at the beginning of this live stream, that martial law had kicked in, and where was it? Somebody said it. They said they have one report of a man that caught it twice. Who knows what's true anymore? Who knows what's true? I honestly, smudge the bejesus out of yourself in your home as much as you can. I'm bummed about the weekend, but I'd rather live. There's nowhere to go really anyways. You know, if we wanted to go out, most of the malls are going to be shut down by the, you know, yeah. Go out into your own backyard, go to the first green space you can find and bring a bowl with you, basket. You can Google if you look in your backyard, if you've got a backyard and you've got trees and you got wildflowers and weeds and stuff growing, look at what you have if you know what they are, and then Google them. Ask what the benefits are of, say, I don't know, dandelions, daisies. Ask what the health benefits are. You can dry them and you can burn them as well. Or you can do that too. You can order from Amazon or something and get things that way. Do you know what? Everything that we do, Annie, is about our own intentions and the reasoning and the intention behind everything we do. Go out and pick yourself some wild stuff, weeds, all of it, and bring it in, put it somewhere where you can lay it out on a newspaper to allow it to dry up. Let it dry, dry, dry. Now, it might take a few days depending what you pick. If you've got a cedar tree, there's a big one right there. That cleans out a good 95% of the airborne bacteria in your home. Whatever, but you've got to dry everything. Then find something you can burn it in. And your intentions are that all the goodness from nature clears the air. That's what you put behind it. It's whatever's in your heart. I don't know if Amazon carries cedar, but Amazon does carry sage sticks. Yeah, I believe it too. I burn, like you guys know, with my regular smudge ball, there's always cedar. I don't burn without cedar. Been doing that for a long time. Like I say, there's one cedar tree within walking distance from me, and it's right across the road. They haven't spent any time in that camp 3 summers now. You don't even see them. So, what luck I have, I could be out there tomorrow and walk across and start snipping off some cedar off the tree, and they'd pull in. That would be my luck. Oh my goodness. But they're really nice people. They usually come over and have tea when they're around, but they haven't been around for 3 years. And they're from the city. They might show up now, though, looking for a place of refuge if they need to. They do have this place out here. I wish there was something we could tie outside or stick outside our homes to show that we're under isolation, self-isolation. Kind of like when somebody dies in the family, there's usually a black ribbon or a wreath or something at the front of the house to tell people someone has passed away or there's been a death. I wish we had something universal that we could use. I'd have it tied to my pole at the end of the driveway, right around it, whatever it was, to show isolation. Then people won't be expected if they come knocking at your door and you say you can't come in. Yeah, red flag, don't enter. I don't know. I don't know. But that way people have a heads up. They're not going to let me in if I go there, you know. Upside down Corona beer bottle. Yes. Yes. I don't know how I'd get that to stay on the pole, but yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. We come up with something good, we might start a trend here. You see that all over the world, everybody doing the same thing. It'd be nice to have a red cloth, and maybe with a skull and crossbones through it, right? So that that's visible when people drive by or they go to pull in. That's funny, Bev. That's funny. Thanks for stopping by, Annie. It's always nice to see you. Yeah, they're saying that too. A lot of babies will be born. They'll be known as the quarantines. Kim. Good night, Annie. Take care of you. Take a care, have a care. As they say in Ireland, they don't say take care, they say have a care. Oh, my goodness sakes. Good night, Annie. I think Daisy must have left a long time ago because I asked her, what's it like over there? What, you know, with this, in regards to this. The, one or two things. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, excuse me. One or two things. A couple people have mentioned it. How come we're not getting any reports of the virus out of Russia? Haven't heard any out of Alaska either. You stop and think of different places, right? Well, it goes to say, I think we're done for the night, everybody. No more readings anyway. I don't need those on. Another person just disappeared into thin air. Don't know what happened. All right, Spirit, I'm not reading. You stop with the yawning. Good God. No, Kim, what I heard was drink lots of hot fluids, a lot, as hot as you can stand, like they said, hot water. I couldn't just sit and drink hot water. I'd have to put lemon in it and sweetener, honey, something. But they say, yeah, you would think that it wouldn't grow with cold, that you could drink a lot of cold stuff, but I guess that's not the trick with this. You have to drink hot fluids. Putin gave up info? Nah. There's some parts of the world there's been nothing. Yeah, you would think. Smudging kills a lot too. That's why I'm a big proponent of it. Makes a difference. We got mass hysteria going on, and that's not good. San Francisco is going on 24-hour lockdown for 3 weeks. Terrible. Russia has 93 cases, is that right? People don't need to have their buttons pushed right now. That's for sure. I think you're going to see cottage season open up early. I do. I think a lot of people are going to head to their cottages, their summer camps, and hide out there in the woods. This kind of a thing. I may end up having actual people around me, because right now I don't. There's nobody. There's just I got a neighbor across the road up in the hill. I never see him anymore at all. Once in a blue moon. I got neighbors that way. They're keeping to themselves. Um, the house beside me, the millionaire estate there, that's a summer home for them. It's a mansion. It's a summer home. They only see them once in a while. They don't come over here. People on the other side of them, next house up, they're in Mexico. They go every winter. Other house across the street on the hill, they go to Florida every year. That's it. That's my neighbors. That's it. So, but if they all come back, there'll be all kinds of people around. Just don't want them coming into my door. I don't know Kim Lovejoy. I know who you're talking about. I've Haven't really watched a lot of her, but somebody pointed her out to me, and I don't know. Maybe she did. I know we're in a lot of trouble as a race, as a I hope not. You know, I live in a community and people think it's so quaint. But the truth is, and they're telling people, check on your neighbors, check on the elderly, check on, to make sure, call them, see if they're okay over the phone so you don't have to go near them and you don't expose them and all of that. I know quite a few people through here, and that phone won't ring. I would just about be shocked if it did. There'd be nobody knocking on my door asking if I'm okay. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen to anybody else either. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's cool. So one thing about this virus, it's not going to discriminate. That's for sure. I feel bad for the poorest people, the poorest of the poor, though. They can't stock up on food. They can't stock up. They can't do much of anything. They really can't. That's a scary thought. Anybody heard how Tom Hanks is doing now? Is he doing all right, or is he come full blown sick? They just got released? Okay. Yeah. Good. That's good. They're at a hospital. Good for them. They say the virus takes about 4 days to appear in your system. The last time I was around other people was on Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday or so. I don't know about anywhere else, but I'll tell you this. Churches in our areas they're not holding mass or services. Because again, it's a gathering place where masses of people get together. It's the worst idea in the world. Hmm. If you've been exposed, yeah. If you know you've been exposed, but you're not sick. But to find out for yourself on a personal way, that I've read 4 days, you'll know if you've caught anything. That's wonderful, Linda. Wonderful. Food banks, too, are suffering because people aren't leaving their homes and they're hoarding their food for themselves. Food banks are being hit very hard. For the poor children that depend on school lunches, and that's the only meal they get all day, and that's very real. There's some place in St. John in the city here, and they're setting up and they bagged up lunches for each child that needs. All they got to do is stop and pick it up, but they bagged up, brown bagged lunches, so the kids get at least one decent meal a day. Yes, that's true, Diane. Yes, Diana, that's true. I'd be worried about the plane too, Linda. But at least it's somebody's thinking about the children and making sure that those kids that are usually hungry, that only get to eat really at school one meal all day, they're thinking about them and they're doing their best. Yep, that's right. That's right. They said that, people don't help, then the food banks aren't, they can't handle this. Terrible. Feels like we're all in a movie, doesn't it? Feels very surreal. To me, the whole thing feels very surreal that, like, a little part of my brain says this isn't really happening. It's just a dream I can't wake up from. So, that's true, Linda. That's right. Oh, really? That's nice. I just finished reading that book. Do you know that, Kim? Again for the third or fourth time. No, it's more than that. I just finished, not the book. I have read the book. I've got the book here, actually. But I watched the movie again probably a month or so ago. They interviewed Stephen King, and they said, is this as bad as the story, The Stand? He said, hell no. And The Stand was way, way worse. He said this virus has a way to go before it reaches that. The virus they called it the flu. And The Stand was created in a lab, science lab somewhere, like biological warfare kind of thing. And it wasn't intentional, but it leaked out. People started getting it and dropping dead within hours. But it wiped out the whole planet. But in that story, the main character was Satan himself, the one that was cashing in on everything and making everything his own. And he was going to be world leader and the whole 9 yards. But everything else is very reminiscent of the way it's starting out, for sure. There you go, Jen. Yeah. But they went through the same thing, people turning on each other, but then wonderful things were happening as well. Yeah, really good. There you go. As they say, while we're all dying off here, the planet is going through a thing where it's healing itself. It's wonderful. Everything's your perspective and what you make it. There's a lot of memes out there says, take the best that you can, make the best of these moments. Spend time with your family, your children, get outside, play, you know. Spend time together with the people that you love. This is what we need to do. We've got something there. I can't see the lights across the cove. We're grayed out. We're blocked out. It's either fog or cloud. And that person still hasn't responded to email or anything. I don't know where they went. Isn't that nuts, Diana? It's just nuts. Just insane, just crazy, crazy, craziness. Here's what I wrote on Facebook today. I went on a bit of a thing. I said, upon talking with a medical professional, I asked, how worried should we be? The response was, you are fine, you have no worries, just don't leave home, stay put. And I responded saying, okay, that's not a problem for me, but ironically, I was just in the city yesterday. I even coughed, and 2 people visibly flinched and then suddenly relaxed because they saw I coughed into my sleeve. Response. If you find others are around you, make sure you're 3 meters from them. So sorry, folks, no hugs available for the foreseeable future. I'm not the type that dives in for hugs anyway. For those that have gotten hugs from me, you got lucky. People that come in to visit at this time, please don't take offense, but I will seriously push you away from me, no closer than 3 meters. I'm already predisposed to this virus in several different ways. I will ask you to go to my kitchen sink and wash your hands, and there's a box of Kleenex in the middle of the kitchen table. That is for you to use should you feel the need to sneeze or cough. Then, once that's all been done, I'll put on a tea or coffee. We'll have a nice visit. For anyone that thinks this status update for me is over the top or just too weird, then I have one question for you. How much goddamn toilet paper did you stock up on? Who's the weird one now? I cannot wake up. I don't know what's wrong with me. Ah. I'm just being serious with people. I want people to know, you know. Don't go trying to hug on to me because I will. I'll push them right away. I think I'd keep a yardstick. That's 9 feet. You got to be 9 feet away from me. My table is probably almost 6 feet long, so if we both lean back, we should be good. I'd have windows and doors open, let the air circulate, carry the shit out of here. Put up a good smudge their goddamn brains out. No, that's right. Immune deficiency is nothing to take lightly. Oh, I had to say something. I just want people to know. Usually I'm very welcoming. I open my door. Come on in. The more the merrier, you know. Put on the tea, the coffee, whatever it takes. Everybody just relax and chill out, but there's going to be a bit of an edge. Now, who is that ding from? What was that all about? Bell update on the COVID-19. That's my internet and telephone company. What do they got to say about all this? Well, they don't have me. Basically, the phone company saying to assist Canadians working from home because of the COVID-19, we will be waiving extra usage fees for all residential internet customers until April 30th. This will be applied automatically. No action is required by our customers. In addition to help Canadians stay informed on the evolving situation, several news networks are offering free previews, and those include CBC, CP, 24, CTV, and a few more. They put things in place to protect everybody, is what they've done. That's just the weirdest thing. I don't get charged by extra usage fee anyway. I have unlimited. Hi, Donna. How you doing? How you doing? We're just chatting for a bit. We'll be shutting her down soon, though. You're all good there, are you, Donna? Good. Good to know. Good to hear. It's ridiculous is what it is, Donna. People should be ashamed of themselves, really. Truly. For people that live alone as well, it's going to be a hard haul. Putting yourselves on self-isolation. Always, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. Oh, my goodness. I need a drink. The goddamn boxes in there. I'm shutting her down in a couple minutes. Almost finishing up. I got one person paid for reading and disappeared. They didn't come back. Even sent them an email. Still no answer. Knock her down. It's late. He's talking about the virus. That's right, Jennifer. That's really bad. That's bad, Donna. Not good at all. Well, we're done for the night, I know that much. Put my cards away, we're finished. Yeah, well, they should be. We need to all take care of each other here. And some employers that are in the position they can do so, while they're sending people home, they're still getting paid. So those that have that luxury, that's a huge weight off of their minds, I'm sure. And good on those that are doing that as well. Helping when they can. All right, everybody. I hope y'all feel a little better getting some stuff off your chest. I hope that helped. But it's 1:09 a.m. where I'm at. I'm getting tired. I was tired when I started, and I'm tired when I finish. That's right. We're capable of many great things here. Maybe to prove that there's more virtue within the human spirit than we're witnessing right now. But we really need to look out for each other and care about each other. Help each other. You know, try to keep people away from your door. Do the best you can. It's good to know too, Linda. Yeah. It's good to know. The whole thing still feels surreal to me. Truly, truly. Yeah, I was out and got fresh air for a little bit this afternoon with the dog. Yeah. All the same, right back at you guys. Keep the peace in here so you share your love and your light out with the rest of the world. It's needed now that more than it's ever been needed. Who knows, maybe a small group of light workers around the world can make a real difference here if we try. If we try. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Diana. I know you're still here as well. Everybody, please stay safe. Try to come back. If not tomorrow, then we'll be back tomorrow night or Wednesday night. And wash your goddamn hands and keep your fingers off your goddamn faces. Yes, it's coming in waves for sure. For sure. I wish everybody to be under the umbrella of protection from the universe too. Yes, we can connect here. That's right. That's right. And out of your nose. That's right. And people's second nature, right? We should all be wearing latex gloves if we're out in public anywhere. Surfaces are bad, so. Good night, everybody. Coming to you from Chance Harbor. Wishing you all the best of the best. We'll see you all back here another night or two at the most. Make sure and keep us all connected. Much love coming to you from me. And maybe we all find some truth, belief, and some peace of mind. Good night, everybody. I'll see you when we get back here in another night or two. Bye-bye.